And we're live. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, Roy. Hey, Brandon.
What's going on, family? Roy, Brandon, let's see how long it takes for other people to show up. Hey, Breezy.
Hey, Breezy. Hey, Breezy.
Breezy, I want to do something real quick while I got you in here. Bam. Say something now, Breezy. You've always been there and you always backed us up. Hey, Nate.
Peter. I'm back. You get it all figured out, Nate?
Yes, sir.
Cool beans. Hey, Breezy, if you will, type something in chat. There you go.
We live already?
Yes, sir. We
Yes,
live.
Sir. It's 7:02 p.m.
And it says we got 4 watching.
Oh. Give me one moment.
Yep. Hey, Lucky. How's everybody's day going? Y'all got to overlook me. I'm snacking on some M&Ms at the moment. String Bean. What is going on? Hey, Jess. How you doing, darling? Just, Yep. We're getting a little slow start tonight, but it'll be all right.
I'll be right back in chat, guys.
All right.
I lost my box, so.
Uh-oh.
I had to restart it.
That's what happened.
That's why I'm snacking on M&Ms there, String. I ain't hungry enough to actually cook something to eat, but just something to snack on, keep me going. Yes, Jess, I'm snacking on your favorite M&Ms. She usually teases me at night whenever we're playing the game. Out here doing something, I'm like, "What are you doing?" She says, "Eating an M&M." I said, "You're killing me, girl. I ain't got none." So how was your day today, Tater?
It was all right. I got my truck back. I was in the shop for a little bit.
Cool.
It's hot as out.
Yeah, it got real bad hot here, and then it rained a couple times.
See, we need rain, and we ain't got none. Keeps teasing us.
Yeah. Got way too much yesterday.
Yeah, I saw them pictures. Holy moly.
It got even deeper than that. That was when the rain first started. It rained for about an hour straight and got worse than that. Oh, Craig Durbin's in the house.
What up, what up, what up, what up? My favorite brothers, Ed, Jay, Nate. Hello,
Yes, sir.
Smallenginenation.
Yes, sir. Part of the Durbin Nation. And the Tater Nation and the Polar Bear Ed Nation. Now we're just missing one more person. Mr. Twisted Nation. But he's driving probably.
Actually, he is at home, and we're actually missing 2. We got the Justin Nation in here somewhere.
Yeah, the Jerk Nation.
We got to have some of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's not.
What brothers doing today?
What you say, Harold? How you doing? String Bean, what you been up to lately? Besides hitting just about everybody's live stream.
Hey, Jessica. Hey, String Bean. Hey, Harold.
Lucky.
Hello, Brandon.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Lucky.
There's the captain.
There he is, right on the cue.
Captain, and the family box is your invite to the panel if you would like to join. It's all up to you, though.
Brandon.
Oh
Yeah.
no, we're gonna twist his arm. Twist it hard.
No, I ain't gonna twist his arm. I'm gonna put a thumbtack in his chair.
Yow! I'm so excited, Ed, for my camera.
Yep. I've been looking at them things for a couple months and just hadn't decided. I mean, I knew I wanted to buy one. I just hadn't ordered it yet.
Well, y'all
Hopefully
tell
I
me
can-
how they work, and if they work
That's
pretty
what-
good, I might see about getting one.
That's what I was gonna say. I could do a quick review on. I'll do an unboxing and stuff video or something on it.
Heck yeah.
And,
Hey Nate, you come on
Yeah,
over and show me how to run it, will you?
huh?
Come on over and show me how to run it, will you?
It should be fairly easy. I watched it like a 23-minute video on them today.
Heck yeah.
Congrats on getting all that stuff figured out, by the way, brother.
Yeah. We got, I thank Mrs. Karch for that.
Yep. Give her a hug for us, will you?
All right, Captain. Do what you got to do, brother. We here when you need us.
Absolutely.
That's why I bought the camera, and I think with the other money, I'm gonna buy some like 4 new LED lights for the garage.
Heck yeah.
I'm going LED this time.
Amazon had 4-foot LEDs that are, I can't remember if it was 2,800 or 5,300 lumen for $20 a piece.
Ooh, damn, that's a good price.
I think
And
that-
if you buy 4 of them, I think it drops the price down to like $14 a piece or $12 a piece, something like that.
Shoot.
They got bulk sales on them. Hey, String, I got a yard you can mow. I even helped get out there and move the stuff around so you don't have to get off the mower.
Hey, Nate, my boss was down there in the Panhandle up there, up north of you, earlier this week, and he said that Monday and Tuesday they set record temperatures up there.
Yeah, I believe it. It was horrible last night during that live stream, man. It was hot.
He's one that likes hot weather, and he even said it was too hot.
Mm-hmm. What you say, Roy? Hey, Kathy.
Hi, Roy, Kathy, Harold, String Bean, Jessica, BS, Lucky,
Lucky 7,
Captain,
Brandon.
Yep, Brandon. I think I missed some people when I first come in, and said I better get caught up.
ZTR.
Zero
Which one-
turn.
Yeah, but I mean, which one is that one that you were working on, Brandon? What brand is it? You see what String Bean said to you there, Nate?
Yeah.
He waiting for you to go back in that ocean again.
That reminds me, I got a hole in the boat I got to fix.
I don't want to sound biased or anything, but
Hey, Lonesome.
I think Smallenginenation has got the best wives in the world. Maybe that's just me.
Do what now?
Well, I heard about this medium engine nation that got better ones.
I don't know about that.
I'm just kidding. 17 watching.
Heck yeah. Uh-oh, we got
really?
2 pullers.
Paper.
What you say, Cedric?
We got double
Hey,
puller.
Paper.
Right. Hey, Cedric. Hey, Lonesome.
Uh-oh. I'm drinking too much. I'm seeing 2 Eds.
Now we
No,
got
I'm-
Ed, and where's Eddie?
Now, I don't know what's going on with my Hangouts tonight. Every time I try to type something in the chat, it says it disconnects me from Google from the Hangout. So I'm not going to type anything in the chat. And if I could get rid of this other box, I will. But
It's a glitch in the
It's not-
matrix.
something like that.
The Matrix needs
No.
reloading.
Now I feel special because usually it's Stacy we're doubled with. So now it's me. Oh, there I'm going.
Just
And
when I was getting,
he come and stayed as long as he wanted to, and he ditched out on us.
just when I was getting like that other Ed too.
I know. He was the good one.
Peeper.
Peeper, mad on his way home.
I miss Peeper.
$13 likes, 15 watching.
Heck yeah. I think my chat's a little slow because it's, or either the clock on my computer's off.
You were reading.
I'm checking out pretty good.
You were
What's
reading
that clock say?
Huh?
I was asking Jay what the clock says.
YouTube says it's 7:12. My computer says it's 7:15.
Their computer's fast because my computer says 12.
I might have to go in there and
YouTube
hit the
yeah.
reset thing. Hey, Brad's workbench. I ain't seen him in a while. What's going on, Brad?
B-Rad.
I think he might be having a day off because he was over at Captain Stream earlier.
Shoot. Oh, he's about to work on the Elko some more, Peeper. Tell him I hope he videotapes it without the camera dropping.
I think Matt's just on fire.
Nah,
Put him out.
he's loving that new welding machine he got.
Heck yeah. It's a pretty nice machine.
He's doing some awesome work with it.
I haven't watched it yet, Brad, but I will.
I need to
Mix Moas.
what's up, Mick?
I
Brad,
met-
I want to go back and check that out again. I didn't get a notification. I have to check see if YouTube killed the bell on it again.
I shared the link to that video on my live stream last night, I think.
So, Nate, what'd you find out on? You gonna wait on that golf cart to mess with it, or are you gonna?
Hopefully, gonna mess with it this weekend. But my neighbor just bought a riding mower. He wants me to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And Trevor has his Baja in the garage, and he's got a 420 swap coming up.
Cool.
I got plenty of work to do.
Is that
How about that?
5-inch rims on the back of your racing go kart, or is it 6-inch?
I believe 5. Is that width or the rims? Like the?
Diameter.
I believe 5.
I might have you some tires. Just let me double check with the guy.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like they're going to put that new camera to work, Nate.
Let me know, so I'll burn the ones on it off.
Let me check if I can get them.
I actually have a couple tires too, but I don't know if they're the right size.
There was a guy getting rid of a bunch of tires that they're not brand new, but they're not wore out either. And basically, they're pretty much just about giving the tires away, but they're selling the rims for $10 a piece.
Right, which is still probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Are
So
you
if I-
saying middle of the road tires?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right on. Get in the middle of the road and go like it.
It's some of the ones where they've had several races run on them, but they didn't want to keep running the tire. They got different ones and changed over to a different style tire or something. They probably still got half the life left in them, and just for riding around like Nate does or like I do and all, it'll be good enough. It ain't like you putting it on asphalt, running the round track all the time.
I tell you what, that Lucky 7, that's a hell of a guy right there. If you guys don't know Lucky 7, you really ought to get to know that guy. He's a tire changing, big hearted, mud eating.
Pipe smoking.
Good guy.
Great guy.
I caught a little bit of his stream today.
You want to see somebody throw some tire irons around, that guy's got it down now.
He does better than I did. I used to change big truck tires, and oh my God, they'll work you to death. And he does it like it's nothing.
He throws them big truck tires around like a bag of popcorn.
Speaking of which, did you go get your popcorn today, Puller?
Yes, I did.
Ed, I thought we was gonna see some mower pulling on that video.
No, the pool got rained out, so
You should have took your pull tractor over there and tied it to the top of that tree.
yanked
that's what
it
I told
over.
my buddy. That's what I told my buddy. He's got two of them right there in the shed, but
Hook to him, let him pull against it, and just slowly work it until you just topple it over.
That second one hit that power line, man. I was like, oh snap.
it actually barely touched the power line. It hit the pole.
Oh, did
Those
it?
poles are only like 6 inches in diameter. They're not a regular telephone pole.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
I didn't hear anything or smell anything.
Lucky, the size tire I want to get, the shipping would cost me a fortune.
I don't know anymore. It just depends on what kind of shipping service you use. You know, a lot of them small engine tires, they could be banded down pretty flat.
The ones I want are DOT approved tires.
Yeah, but the pain in the butt of strapping them suckers down that flat is the guy that has to put them together and put them on the rim. It gets to be a pain in the butt.
Because I got a set of 205 65 10s out there. I'm wanting some that are wider to go on the back of one of my builds. I want to probably going to end up having to custom build me a set of rims, 10-inch diameter, but I want them 12 inches wide. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a tire that's going to be able to fit it.
Hey, Hot Rod, welcome.
Basically, I want to do kind of like a flat track 4-wheeler style tire on the back, but I want it more than just that little 2-ply crap that 4-wheeler tires are made out of. What say, Hot Rod? How you doing? Because I have a feeling like them tires on the back of the Franken buggy. When I finish doing a few little things to that 14 horse and put it on the back, I think I'm going to have problems out of them tires.
You see that right there? Lucky said he'd beat anybody's price.
Yeah.
And it's hard to beat to buy from a brother, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
Take care of you.
Lucky, I'd hit you up for a set of pulling tires for my tractor, but they're kind of exclusive to they have them made, so there's not many places you can just go and buy them.
And special cut tires.
They have them made. There's about about 4 different brands.
What'd you say, low lid?
You can't just go to a regular tire shop and get them.
Yeah.
Hi, low lid.
Stuck at work, huh? They got a
10
cure
years.
for that, but your wallet won't like it too well.
I say 10 years, you should be getting used to it by now.
I know, right?
That package ever show up, Jay?
Hadn't seen it.
That ain't no good at all.
Nope.
I have to throw the track on that and see where it's at.
Put Superwoman on it. She'll track it down.
Like, yeah, she'll jump in that Mustang and go whoop somebody's butt.
Didn't y'all say it was supposed to be here today?
Supposed to be there today, and it was also supposed to be a signed package so that they would have to come find you to get a signature.
Well, me and Mama's been here all day with the front door wide open, and ain't nobody come to the front door yet.
Yeah, I'll have the wife pull the tracking number out, and we'll see where it's at.
Okay.
Lucky 7 says if there's a tire on this earth that you need, you can find it, and he can beat all prices.
Mm-hmm. I'm wanting a tire for a 10-inch diameter, 12-inch wide, flat track tire, not the round bubble tire. I seen some one time, but I think they'd be too stiff.
That's what she said.
See if you can, hey, Lucky, see if you can get me a price on a set of Vogel VM9s.
Ooh, challenge that man.
Yeah. Lucky always up for a challenge.
Hot Rod's got a mail call video coming up tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
Hey, Jim, there ain't no need to thank us. Thank you for being part of our family, brother. Big time. You guys don't know who Hot Rod is? He's a pretty awesome guy. Big supporter of our nation, and proud that he's part of our nation. Same with Low Lid. If you guys don't know Pat, go check him out. He's got one of the most sweet 50 Mercs that you'll ever probably see.
Oh, yeah.
Man, there's one of those around the corner. I want to go. It says right. He's got a thing on the window that says "not for sale."
Look,
like
that ain't no good. Oh,
you
sorry.
can tell it's been sitting there a while.
Yeah. Lucky said that he sent a package to a fan and all, and the postal service sent him a letter. They found the package opened in one of their facilities.
How you doing, Roy? It's good to see you in here, brother.
Oh, there's Puller again.
And again.
And again.
Hi, Eds.
It's the Ed and Eddie show.
I used to love that cartoon.
Oh, I did too. Yeah, I'm not going to touch my mouse anymore because I didn't even touch the chat box, and it just popped up and said that I was disconnected.
You
It said
never
you were
dropped that,
disconnected.
bro. That's weird.
It said you were disconnected, but you're reconnected twice.
Yeah. Well, it comes up and it says, there's a problem with the page. Do you want to reload? And I'm like, well, yeah, I want to reload. Hit that, and now I'm up twice, so I'm not touching anything. So if I just like get up and disappear and walk away, don't mind me.
Worldwide.
The tire I seen was actually for a piece of equipment, but it was a 10-inch diameter rim, but it was like the tread pattern on the actual tire was about 16 inches wide. I think they said it took between a 12 and 14-inch wide rim. And it had It wasn't like the pulling style or tractor style pleated. I guess you'd call it pleated groove. It was it's kind of hard to explain. It was a mix between a farm tractor tire and a turf tire. It had the V things in it, but then it had other knobs in between it. It was a wild looking tire. But I guarantee, because the piece of equipment it was on, it was probably so daggum thick and hard sided that it'd probably be rough on the back of a buggy, but it just looked aggressive and mean.
Lucky said, put the size of the tire you're looking for in the Smallenginenation hang out tomorrow, and he'll look in the morning. And he said he'll have it, no problem. He didn't say that. I threw that in.
What say, Mudster? Oh, man. Tater, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about ready to see another fishing video.
Man, I tell you, fishing videos do not get views is the only problem.
Look like you were having fun, and I enjoy watching them. But that's me, because I like fishing.
I got to get my, every time my camera's like too high, and you got to leave the camera running nonstop, because that's when something's going to happen. You know, if you shut the camera off, you're going to catch a fish.
Yeah. It's almost like you need one of them remote control cameras and have it when you cast it and all, have the remote right there by your, on your handle of your fishing pole, so you just hit the button to start it as soon as you get a bite.
Yeah.
What say, Justin?
Not to mention, like, I went and spent like $10 on that frog lure that I had at the beginning. And my buddy's using these cheap Walmart $6. You pay $6 for like 6 of them. And he's freaking catching them left and right. And I'm here with this $10 lure, not even getting a damn bite. Every time I turn around, he's zing, zing, zing. I'm like, what the? So finally, about an hour left of daylight, I switch over to his, and then my battery dies, and of course, I catch a fish.
That's about like me and my brother. One time we got a wild hair. We found some it was a couple pieces of wood that our uncle would give us. Basically, it was for carving and all. We decided we're gonna make our own lures. I'm sitting there with my knife and all, whittling around, just shaping it the way I think it should. A lure should look. You know, I was probably about 10 years old at the time. I didn't know what lures are supposed to look like. I'm just sitting there shaping and doing stuff. We put the screw in things, put the treble hooks and all on it. And he made one, and he got his hung up and lost it. Got mad.
Oh, man.
So he went with a regular lure, just started, you know, store-bought lure throwing, catching, caught a couple little bass and all that. I threw this thing out there. It looks like a daggum pig snout is what it looked like when I got through with it. I mean, it was the goofiest looking thing you ever seen with 2 treble hooks on it. I flung this thing out there. I'm talking about it. You didn't need nothing added to it. It was like throwing a brick. I'm sitting there playing with it, reeling it in. About that time, something hit it. The rod's doubled over. I'm fighting it for probably 15, 20 minutes. He's like, what in the world you got? I said, I don't know, but it's big. I ended up catching a daggum big old channel cat on a daggum casting lure that I made.
Wow.
He's like, I'm sitting here with bought lures catching little things. You throw out that thing, it looks like a hog snout, and you catch this big catfish. It's like,
well, that's funny, because my brother in South Carolina, that's all they do is catfishing, and he calls the big ones pigs.
mm-hmm. Well, that's the same pond that me and my cousins and all were floating around with the inner tubes and all, with the marabou jigs catching catfish, letting them drag us around the pond.
Man.
That was fun times.
I used to have a canoe, and I caught more big fish out of that canoe than I've ever caught out of this boat. I don't know why, but it's the truth, man. I tell you.
Yeah. because the canoe don't spook them as bad as that boat does. Because
I
when
think
you
you're
move
right.
around in that boat,
You hear everything.
yep.
Christine one time caught a tarpon. It drug us probably in that canoe probably 3 miles up, like it was incoming. It drug us 3 miles into the current before we finally got it up next to the boat.
Dang.
Hey, Jay, that package says it's still out for delivery. It should be delivered by 8 o'clock tonight.
It's 7:35. They usually don't. Did you send it USPS?
Yeah.
The mail usually comes around about 1:30, 2 o'clock here. Justin Beck. That's a new one to my stream.
I think he was in my stream the other night. I remember talking to him.
Yeah, I think he was.
I'm not sure, but I think he might be part of Captain's crowd.
Okay.
Could be.
Welcome back, Harold.
Yeah, welcome back, Harold. Oh, your phone died. I've had that happen to me before.
Here, Harold, give it a little bit of this.
All right, Kathy. Seems like every time you get ready to start working on something around here, either the heat goes extremely high, or it rains, or something happens and you don't get to do it. But I'll have to get everything out from under that carport and bring in either gravel or dirt and fill that thing in to where it quits filling up with water every time it rains.
Raise her up a bit, huh?
Yeah. I didn't realize that's so much of a low spot right there.
And maybe a French drain.
No, I don't even think that'll help. Well, got to get the roof fixed out there because the guy that built it didn't know what he was doing, and it's got leaks in about 5 different places. Well, I shouldn't say leaks, more like waterfalls. So
don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chasing. All right. That's Ed's job. He can sing way better than me.
Yeah, we can get started in the morning, isn't that right, Nate?
Huh?
If you think you're starting out with a bad day, we can get you started on the right track in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Wake up, you're asleep at the wheel.
When I got off the phone with y'all the other day, when you and Stacy was in the morning, my phone had 8% battery life left. And then that damn Blazer would only slow charge. Like, it wouldn't charge my phone back. It kept saying slow charging. It took me all day to get my battery back.
what's going on, Antonio?
Antonio.
Long time no see. Oh, Lordy.
I told Jay you were about to ready to roll on the floorboard of that car when he started listening to them songs that I kept putting in the box.
Shit.
Yeah, you know how it is. I'm always a day late and a dollar short when it comes to having a good time.
Well, what's even worse than that, Nate, is we got Stacy with that one song stuck in his head.
Yeah.
What song?
So we can't talk about it, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said something because I was about to.
Oh, it's one of them songs that's not PG rated.
I don't know if it's. I wouldn't say that it's not necessarily PG rated, but I mean the pretty much the chorus of the song is probably not PG. Real.
Well, it's about like half the music nowadays. They got so much stuff going on, it's not PG rated.
Hi, Antonio.
The beginning of the song has a line in there where Jimmy Pop says about like Kunta Kinte at a Merle Haggard concert. So you can probably find a song from that. But yeah it's stuck to Stacy's head.
Lucky, if I brought stuff into my living room to work on, I would get beat half to death because of the stuff I brought in to work on. Because you can't quite weld and all on carpet. There would be all kinds of holes in the carpet.
So you can do it. It is possible.
Yeah, you can, but the beating you would take for burning holes in the carpet would be not worth it.
Exactly.
That's why you get to the kiddie pool and put sand in it, and then you go weld in the kiddie pool.
Kiddie pool ain't gonna catch it.
Hey, could you imagine Jay sitting in the middle of his living room inside a kiddie pool filled with sand with a welder and a giant mini bike? I could just picture that right now.
No, but I can tell you what I did do in the living room. I took a fitted bed sheet and laid it out on the whole floor of the living room, put me a chair right in the middle with a little small table and all, and I shaped that black powder gun. Hand shaped it with a plane and all that, catching all the wood shavings on that sheet.
I remember when you was working on that.
Yeah.
Justin's back, but he didn't join us.
Welcome back, Captain.
He's back,
Did you see his,
back
did you
again.
see his comment?
He's got some friends.
Something about a lap dance. Uh-oh.
There's lap dancing. There's crying. There's milk curtains. There's truck driving.
There's women with daddy issues.
Yeah. That's a great song.
But we was talking about the what?
That's almost a perfect country western song.
Nate was
Just
like,
ask something about trains.
Nate was like, you listen to that kind of music? I can't believe you do that.
I listened to a little bit of everything. But
Jay come down, he had boom in his car, in his truck, man. That thing sounded good.
let's see. I probably got about $1,200 in the system in my truck.
I probably got like $250 in mine, and it was built 8 years ago, and it's still holding.
The amp that I got pushing my subs I bought back in 01 is a Rockford Fosgate Punch 500 A2, which they don't make that style amp no more.
They don't make them like they used to either.
Nope, because when you order an amp from Rockford Fosgate, they send you a card on it where they test it, how much it does straight power, and then how much power it puts out bridged. Straight power on that amp was 968 watts out of a Punch 500.
Get to work, Antonio.
But
Antonio.
we was talking about when me putting the sheet down and all that, building that gun stock. I got to learn to pace myself building them guns, because when I was building that black powder gun, I spent 10.5 hours straight shaping that stock. And when I got through, the sun was coming up that next morning. And I'm looking around, and I got a pile of shavings probably 3 foot tall, almost to my knees. I'm holding that gun stock with that hand plane where I've been shaping it and all, and the sun's coming up, and I look down, I look at the clock, and I'm like, oh, man, I've been at this for over 10 hours. Set it down, started setting stuff down, getting cleaned up and all. And within about 20 minutes or so, I could not lift my arms. I could not bend and pull my arms up above my chest.
Oh,
it took 4 days before I could lift my arms up enough to reach over my head. My arms were so sore and just overworked from messing with that wood chisel and that hand plane shaping that gun. Since then, I'm like, nope. If it's more than a couple hours, I set it down for a while and then go back to it later.
You know, back in 2001, I had a 95 Mazda 626. I had one of the second series Punch 500s in it.
Yeah.
with 3 JL W010s in a JL wedge box.
Yeah.
And that thing was 1 dB.
Mm.
And that little bitty Mazda 626. They talk about loud.
What year 626 did you have?
A 95.
Okay.
But let's see. I got the Fosgate 500A2 amp. I put 2 Rockford Fosgate R110s in it. I got the, I think it's 4x6. I think it's the Powell Blue Series Pro speakers by the door pillars. I got the 6-inch Powell Blue Pros in the doors, and I got a set of Rockford Fosgate tweeters by the windshield. And I was supposed to have another set of the 1-inch tweeters up at the top of the back cab, but the ones they sent me, somebody had opened and already hooked up and tried them and blew them. So I had to send them back, and they're supposed to send me a new set. Instead of sending me a new set, they just refunded me half my money. I'm like, I wanted the speakers, not the money.
Yeah.
So
a lot of companies don't understand that, but that's okay.
I got the money back, but I still got to order me another set of tweeters. I just ain't got around to doing it yet. But it's got clear sound. That's what I liked about it. And I got a Sony. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember exact model number, but it's got a built-in amp. It's a 100-watt amp built into the radio. So it pushes the door speakers and the cab corner speakers with no problem. Then I got that amp going to the sub. And it's got a amplified sub pre-out. So it puts out a powered signal to the amplifier.
How you doing, Justin?
Me okay.
What's the matter, buddy?
I took a nap. I hadn't slept all last night, so I decided to knock off for a little bit.
You look sleepy, bro.
I'm just getting up. Like I said, I got up. I said hi in the chat, and then I went and took a shower. To, because
Looks like you could use a coffee.
I'm glad people don't live stream 24/7 because poor Justin, man, he would never get sleep.
No, he wouldn't.
Okay, people kind of do, because we'll start a chat in the middle of the night, or 3 a.m. He's just like,
right when you're about to go to sleep.
"Hey guys,
Hey, Toolbox.
I'm awake tonight. How about you?" And people will start coming in and like, "Hey, Dave, how you doing?" And a lot of people are just about to go to sleep, and some actually do. They're like, "Okay, I really got to get the hell out of here, or I'm never gonna get up for work." So,
Hey, Trash and Transportation.
I promise you, I've seen live streams go live at just about every minute of the entire 24-hour day.
I had to turn the notifications on my cell phone for YouTube off because every time I turned around, it was going off with somebody else going live.
Yeah, I'm not kidding, bro. I'm not exaggerating.
Oh man,
it's nuts.
That was my though.
Well, I'm guessing in about a month, Jay Young's just gonna be live 24/7.
It doesn't happen all in one 24-hour period, but I have probably seen most of the minutes on the clock go live, or somebody go live at just about every minute on a clock in a 24-hour period. Oh.
Jay Young goes live. If he don't go live at least 3 times a day, there's something wrong with him. Mick, the sides could use a trim here before too much longer, but I want to let this get a little bit longer before I worry about it. When I go outside and I forget my hat, this actually does shade it a little bit so my scalp don't get burnt.
First time I ever shaved my head.
My hair probably ain't about a 1/4 inch long.
The first time I ever shaved my head, skin, with a Bic razor. I went to work tobacco the very next day.
Ooh, fried that scalp.
Yep. I'm really surprised I didn't get some kind of melanoma. Wow, was I just absolutely destroyed.
I've seen people shave their head and then grab a hat to go out and do stuff the next day. But what do they grab? They grab the hats that's got all the mesh stuff so it'll be cool and the wind will blow through. And they actually have a checker pattern burnt in the top of their head from being out in the sun all day. I'm sitting there like,
yeah, you can't. Oh,
I'm
no.
fresh. When you shave your head or whatever, wear a solid cap for at least a week before you go out with one of those style caps on, or you will fry your scalp.
Bald guys that have the patch back here, they don't wear them hats with the mesh because it will it'll burn them up.
Unless they slowly get their heads tanned and all to where it's
what I used to do to all my hats when I figured out that you could actually do this without destroying the hat. It's skillful work. It's careful. You got to do it careful, or you pop the stitch, forget it. The hat will come unraveled. Take the button off the top because that little tiny that little button up there, it gets hot, and the back of it's metal, and it fries your freaking dome piece. You're like,
no. Worse than getting fried is somebody walk up to you and smack you on the head, on top of the head with something, and it just jams that button into your brain.
I started taking it out of my hat. One time, this was cool because I've kind of punk ass, but what I did was I had, because since I was a kind of punky, I took a spike, and they have a screw on the back. I took a spike and I put it through the hole in that hat. I put the spike on top. I was like, yeah, go ahead and pat that. I got kicked out of the mall for that thing one time. That's it, just one time. This guy come up to me. He's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, sir." Excuse me. Why? Like, oh, he's pointing up at my hat, and I'm like, "What's wrong with my hat?" The point, sir. I'm like, because I have a spike on the top of my hat, you're gonna throw me out. I can't just put it in my pocket. He's like, "No, I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave the mall." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Yeah, okay, bud. I'm not even kidding, man. It was so stupid. I'm like, I'm not even gonna argue. I'm just gonna go.
I've seen people get kicked out of places for the most stupid reason you ever want to see, and something like that would probably be right there with it. I literally went to a store, and they asked me to leave because at the time I was tapering my ears because I got them gauged up. Because I had the long tapers in my ears with the rubber O-rings on it to hold it in place.
Right.
They told me I had to leave because I had those in my ears.
Yeah.
That's got to be some kind of record.
What?
You guys know Mr. Something Basic?
Yeah.
He's String Bean said he live streamed for a month straight.
Yeah, Basic's a nut, dude.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised because Basic goes live. Basic.
Yeah. Almost like Jay Young.
Yeah.
Basic's cool, man. He's solid.
Jay Young,
solid,
I don't
cool
think
person.
Jay Young goes as live as many times as Basic does, but they're right there tag teaming together.
Basic's cool. He's real cool, but
Yeah.
he's on.
I'm still trying to figure out how he streamed for 1 month straight. Had he stream and sleep at the same time? Unless he just got it going and had people in there talking and all and took a nap.
Yeah,
Get up, go back at it, take a nap, go back at it.
There's this white powdery substance that actually helps people stay awake. It's called sugar. Ha ha, got you. Ha ha. Yeah.
I know what you were thinking.
Hey, Jimmy C, what's going on, man?
Hey, Jimmy C.
What's up, Jim? How you doing?
Oh, man. I don't think you can stream more than 8 hours at a time now without having to start another stream. Because this one, when I started this one, it says you can only stream for up to 8 hours.
Yeah, but he'll start another one.
I don't see how some of them start another live stream so fast and have all the stuff in there, all the information in it. It's crazy.
It's called scheduling.
I set up ahead of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
You're live streaming, right?
Yeah,
And then you're just talking to people, blah blah blah, and the whole time you're on your desktop, right? And then you're programming your phone. You're programming the next live stream. Well, you're streaming the first one, and so on and so forth.
I don't think I could stream for 8 hours straight. I couldn't do it. It blew my mind that I did 5 hours straight that one night when I was out there working on the fat cycle.
The first time Green Bay Wacky ever timed out his 8 hours, I was in that stream, but I was only in like 6 hours of it, maybe 6.5.
That's a long time.
We went 7 hours here, and I was in most of that one, I think. No, not in yours, but I mean, like one of the Smallengination ones. I don't remember which one it was.
String bean, I got to go get a new blow dryer too, but it ain't used for the same thing that you're probably using yours for. I use my blow dryer actually for running my forge.
You're gonna fire up a forge, Jay?
I got a 18-wheeler brake drum forge I built and made a few knives in out there under the carport. I need to dig it out because I want to make some more knives, but as hot as it is, I don't want to be around that daggone forge with it being so hot.
You can melt some copper in there, can't you?
Actually, I melted all kinds of stuff in mine.
And not all of it on purpose.
No, it wasn't on purpose. Had a piece of I screwed up an expensive piece of metal I had. It was 3/8 wide, 1.5 inches thick, and about 6 inches long. I was fixing to, take the end of it and start heating it up and stretching it and all that to make a thinner blank out of it. Fired it up, had the forge going, had all my charcoal and all building the heat up in it and all. Stuck that metal down in it, turned the blower on, and I didn't realize which way I flipped the blower. Got busy doing something else, come back to my metal, and it had melted the end of it off.
Happens.
Yeah, and it wasn't a good day. Didn't realize I flipped it on high instead of low speed on the hair dryer. Lost about 2.5 inches off the end of that bar. I was like, ouch. So that costed me a pretty little penny. And that taught me real quick to watch which way you flip the lever.
So wait, what type of material was it?
It was a piece of actually it was a piece of tool steel for making knife blades and all with.
Okay.
It was 3/8 inch wide, about 1.5 inches tall, 6 inches long. And that piece of metal costed me, I think I paid $30-something for that daggum thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rooney.
Yeah.
Before I did that, I would have gone and got like a blade off of a
lawnmower blades. I got a bunch of
those.
No.
A press. One of them. Like get a blade or the bracketry from a press, and I know it's thick. I know it's like an inch thick down the whole length of it, but
yeah. I bought this because I was going to try to make a high end knife for my dad, but I ended up messing up the metal and all, burned it up, and I just got ticked off and chunked it.
It happens.
Eh,
We all have that project that we're like, this needs to die.
well, like they say, a bought less is better than a free one because you remember it longer.
We either destroy it or we toss it in the bin, or we don't even want to give it away because we don't want to see the thing be successful. We just destroy it. We're like, grr. We all have something like that, I would imagine. I know I do, but then again, I'm kind of a psycho, so.
Well, I was trying to jump into stuff a little too fast. I'd only made a couple like knives out of mower blades and railroad spikes and stuff like that.
Mm.
And then went and bought that expensive piece of metal. Was going to try to make a real fancy one. Wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, so a bought less is better than a free one. You remember it longer. Which I have made some pretty good little knives out of railroad spikes. I got some old railroad spikes. The first one I made, that spike was from the late 50s, actually.
Okay.
Out of some good metal. And I heat treated it and all that, and put a pretty good little edge on it, give it to my dad, and he's got it put up still. All right, what am I missing in chat here?
I don't know. I've been kind of zoning out and also checking my email, so I'm like probably almost drooling on myself. I'm being honest.
Yeah. Blue Angels at the air show. Where's the air show at, Harold? What state? I'd love to go see them in person. See them flying at the air shows. Never been. Something else to add to my bucket list.
It's kind of hard not to get an air show when you live in a town that has a place like Pratt and Whitney.
Yeah.
I lived in East Hartford, Connecticut for 6 years.
Smyrna, Tennessee. I've been there.
I saw a couple of air shows.
Never been to an air show.
It's pretty damn cool.
Fun.
Bring earplugs. I promise you will need them.
That's about like going to the drag strip.
Yeah.
Certain kind of races, you actually got to have earplugs.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I promise.
I know there's one thing on my bucket list I want to do before this year's over with. I want to go deep sea fishing for shark. I'm talking about the big boy sharks.
No, that's wild.
I ain't doing that.
I'm talking about I want to hook into an 8 or 10 footer.
Okay. So you're talking about hunting something that would eat you and is probably trying to eat you. So it's him or you, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Just getting that straight.
That's something I've always wanted to do, and I ain't figured out how I'm going to do it yet, but I'd like to do it before this year's over with. So I got 6 months to do it.
All right. Well, Jay, I can tell you this. While you are, exploring the deep, hunting things that would most assuredly find you tasty, I'm going to keep my feet dry.
That, and another thing is I want to go fishing for Goliath grouper. That's the ones that could swallow you with one gulp.
You just want to get eat by a fish? You want to get ate up?
No, I just want to catch. I just want to catch them big fish.
Okay.
Always have.
I think Jay has watched Death Wish 6,000 too many times.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah, you think?
People keep telling me I'm crazy because when I'd go to the beach fishing with my brother and cousins and different ones, they'd walk out about waist deep, cast out as far as they could, then they'd walk back up on the shore. Nope, I'd put a couple squid in each pocket of my pants. I'd walk out about chest deep, and I would fish while standing in the water for shark.
So, all right.
Okay, Captain Ahab.
I'm gonna keep my feet dry.
People say I'm nuts, but no, I look at it like this. If you're going to be on their terms, be on their terms.
Keep fishing like that, and you ain't gonna have no nuts.
I would recommend, okay, Jay,
Huh?
I would recommend that if you ever went fishing in the Amazon River, that
Oh, now that's where
do
I
not be
call it.
that bold.
No, Even though it's a proven fact, piranhas won't attack you unless you're bleeding.
No, I'm not talking about piranhas, my friend. Piranhas is not what you have to watch out for in them waters. Piranhas are benign compared to their more ravenous counterpart, which is this little catfish called the candiru.
I know what you're talking about. That's why you don't pee in the water while in the water.
That's apocryphal. That's almost just like a myth right at this point. But I'm saying the candiru will eat you up. It doesn't matter if it's your Pepe, they'll eat you up.
That's about like the what they call it, the tiger fish. They'll attack you too.
I'm about to get off of here, Jay. Spend a little bit of time with the wife.
All right, give the family a hug for me.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for dropping in,
Get
brother.
that bedroom done.
Later, Nader.
Later, Nate.
Yep.
If I was closer, I'd come help you on that.
Well, Johnny's dad's supposed to be doing the tile for me, so
Ceramic tile or
I don't know, whatever kind of tile it
or is it
It's
composite?
heavy. It's heavy tile. I know that.
Ceramic.
Can't be asbestos.
I hope not.
No.
You hope it isn't, that's for sure.
All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow or something.
All right, Nate. Have a good night. Don't work too hard at work tomorrow.
I will not.
We will see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Later.
Later. Man, I'm ready to go do some more fishing.
Sounds like you just step out on the front porch and catch you a worm out in the yard.
Just about as much as rain we've been having lately. Good Lord. I was sitting there and I got 32-inch all-terrains on the back of my truck. And the water got so high that it was about to go and it was about to touch the rim on them 32-inch all-terrains. It's I think the ones I got on the back, I can't remember if it's a 275 65 18 or if it's a 285 65 18. Or is it 265 75 18? I don't know. They got a pretty good sidewall on it, but we got so much rain that it was up there. I was like, oh man. My shoes got soaked trying to make it from the truck into the house.
Mm.
And I was hitting the high spots. It still had water over my shoes.
I think the birds have missed you, Jay. They're over here singing up a storm. Hi, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
I could use a cup of coffee and a grilled cheese.
I don't know, you missed it last night. You made Captain some cinnamon rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah. She had a hankering for cinnamon rolls, and she made a pan of them, and she brought me some. I'm like, thank you.
Oh, Lordy. Makes me want to go in there and break that KitchenAid mixer out and start doing some bacon.
I don't have a KitchenAid mixer.
My mom got a wild hair one time and bought that thing, and I think I've used it more than she's even thought about using it. It's not actually a KitchenAid brand, but it's the same size, metal frame, the whole 9 yards of that mixer.
Well, KitchenAid and Cuisinart blenders are the same damn thing.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same animal.
Yeah. But it's one of them big mixers. It's got the top with the motor and all flips up. It's got all the different. It's got a bunch of different beaters and all you can put on it.
Did you say Cuisinart on it?
Nope. I'm trying to remember what brand is on it. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. It might be a KitchenAid. I didn't think it was, but it might be. It's got some chrome name down across the side of it, but I don't remember exactly what it is.
Yeah, KitchenAid and Cuisinart, same thing.
Yeah. I ain't seen a Cuisinart in a long time, though.
Cuisinart's still out there. I got a Cuisinart coffee maker, but it's 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I got that from a friend of mine. He's about to throw it out, and my coffee maker just died, and I'm like, yoink.
Have a good one there, Mick. Don't let them work you too hard. What you watching there, Puller?
A friend of mine's live on Facebook. They're on the beach.
Ah, okay.
I can't really tell what's going on. There's a whole big crowd of people.
Maybe they're going fishing.
Oh, it's the sunset. It's like changing colors.
Gotcha. Toolbox, you ain't right. Did you see what he said, Puller?
Yeah.
I can deal with somebody come do the dishes at my house. I'm tired of messing with that daggum dishwasher. Seems like every time I load it and run it, I look back up and it's time to unload it and stack another thing up full of it in there. I was like, dadgum, how are we going through so much stuff so fast?
I see that. That's why I switched mostly paper and disposable.
Yeah.
If I can figure out how to make a paper frying pan that I can throw away.
Yeah, I know, right? Have a good one there, Lucky. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. Don't let them work you too hard tomorrow.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, if they can make disposable pots and pans, which pretty much some of that stuff they're making nowadays, I think is supposed to be disposable. We bought a pot a while back. I think we used it twice or maybe 3 times and only used plastic spoons, you know, it ain't really plastic. It's that, it kind of flex a little bit. It's some soft silicone style spoons or whatever, supposed to not mar up your pots and stuff. That's all we used in it. We cooked in it like 3 times, and the daggum non-stick finish stuff started peeling off.
I've got an old stainless steel pan. It's 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
All the non-stick is going off the inside, and it looks like a cast iron pan on the inside and stainless steel on the outside.
Dang.
My mom's
Now-
got a set of stainless steel pans and it's filled with gold.
Yeah. Now we got a set of stainless steel one, or I think it's stainless steel ones in there, but they got that copper bottom piece on them that goes on the burners and all. They actually cook real good. But yeah, toolbox, I agree with you. Cast iron pans, I love to cook in a cast iron pan.
If I could afford one big enough like my big stainless steel one, I'd have it.
You need one of them big Dutch oven, cast iron Dutch ovens. It's about as big around as the biggest one I seen was the top of it was about as big around as a 16-inch cast iron frying pan. The bottom was about the size of a 14-inch, and the sides were probably close 6 inches tall with the dome lid on it. That'd be a good size one. Yeah, cast iron, all you got to do is wash it out with hot water. Wipe it out smooth. It's good to go.
Yeah, you don't ever want to put soap in cast iron. Just oil and bake it.
And if you find a set of cast iron pots that are rusted, get them anyway. You clean them up with salt and then re-oil it and re-season it with oil.
Well, my ex mother-in-law or future mother-in-law, she in her one storage workshop area has a wall. I mean, the ceilings are like almost 10 feet high, and this thing's probably 12 or 14 feet long, and halfway down the wall, touching one another, is nothing but different stainless steel or cast iron pans.
Oh man, cast iron's the way to go.
She had like a 20 or 22-inch one that I
Good
wanted
God.
so bad. That I wanted that thing so bad. And they're actually old cast iron that she has collected and used throughout her life, and she's almost 90 years old. And you name it, it's on that wall.
Dang.
We had we lived in a house in East Hartford that belonged to my stepfather's grandmother, and she owned the whole property, and there's 2 houses on it. The front has a 3-family place, right? And the back, the house that was in the back was it was set up so that it could be a duplex if you really wanted it to be, I guess. Yes. But it wasn't. It was they just, that's where she that's where he got raised, or his family, whatever. And I apologize. It was his parents' house, not his grandmother's. Well, anyway, there's a bunch of his grandmother's stuff there, and she had stacks of cast iron pans and stuff like that, and boxes of antiques and stuff. It was crazy. It's nutty stuff. Nutty stuff. There's cast iron pans. I'm like 11 years old when we moved in there. I could barely lift them things.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy. I was like, dude, this is nuts. How am I going to cook with this thing?
My grandma used to have a bunch of cast iron pots and pans and all that, and she had this one pan. I say it's probably about 14 inches long, about 6 or 7 inches wide, and it was cast iron. But it looks like mold. It looked like corn and all the little things, and it was a cornbread pan.
Yeah.
You made your cornbread in it, and it looked like slabs of stalks, not the stalks, but the cob of corn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
my
hadn't been able to find another one of those since, like she had.
my ex future mother in law has 4 or 5 of them hanging up on her wall, and she still makes her cornbread in them.
I'll send you a picture of one, Jay. I got one on the wall at Granny's house.
It's hard to find the ones, but this was a real thick cast iron, and it was, I think it made 6 at a time. But I haven't been able to find another cast iron one like it. I've seen some that was kind of similar, but not just like it.
Hey, you are biting.
What'd you say, Doug?
Hi, Doug.
Sorry. Careful. Watch your crumbs.
But that's one thing I'm fixing to start investing in. I'm gonna start getting me some more cast iron like I used to have.
Tag sales. Tag sales. Goodwill. Salvation Army. Thrift stores. Tons. Stacks of it. Sometimes. Not all the time. But hit thrift stores, tag sales, flea markets, things like that.
I got some friends that run pawn shops and all. I'm gonna start checking with them to see if they can see if they got any around. What you been up to, Doug? What you eating, Captain?
I gotta eat this sandwich.
Uh-huh.
I just woke up. I'm starving.
You getting in the fitness, Katniss? Fitting this whole sandwich in your mouth?
Yeah, it ain't gonna be long. I'm probably gonna get off here and go find me something to eat too.
How you doing, Craig?
I probably need to lay that Boston Bud out so I can throw it on the smoker this weekend. Ooh, that's loud. They were getting loud on that video there, Puller.
Yeah,
They must be having a good time.
they are.
I ran into you Dizzy this morning in Ken's live stream, Captain.
Fun?
I ran into you Dizzy this morning in Ken's live stream.
Who's Ken?
Redneck Connection.
Oh yeah.
He was in there chilling for a little bit. He said he went over. He's about 30 minutes into Hazy Days' guitar build, and he's like, "I can't do this anymore today. See you later." They went over to Ken.
I ain't been to Hazy Days or You Dizzy's channel in so long. I don't even remember the last time I was on them.
I was in Hazy Days' live stream on Sunday.
Yeah.
I was in You Dizzy's on Saturday. And I think I caught a little bit of one of his live streams for the guitar earlier this week, maybe. I don't remember, but he was live this morning, and I didn't catch any of it.
Yeah.
I seen the notification, but I didn't catch any. Like, I didn't even get any sleep last night. I stayed all night freaking looking at apartments and stuff, and I realized that it was like 10 in the morning. I'm like, huh?
Done that before.
Did you get my text back, Justin?
Oh, yeah, I have.
Thanks, Crystal.
That's about like me last night. I got my Netflix account started. I started playing with that, looking through all the movies. Next thing I know, it's like 4:45 in the morning. I'm like, oof. Finally got off of there, got everything shut down and all. Got to bed about 5:30, 5:45, and daggum, my phone don't go off at 9 o'clock. Comcast to be at your house in just a little bit to fix your internet issue. I'm sitting there like, it can't be that late already. And I looked at my phone. I'm like, oh, God. All right, time to get up and get motivated.
It appears to be working.
Yep. Yeah, they got it all fixed. Had a Wi-Fi issue with my modem that was causing a little bit of issue, but the main issue is they got some maintenance guys having to redo the trunk, what they call the trunk line, and put new boosters and stuff like that on and replace stuff. So every time they'd unhook one to put a new part in, it was causing me to either lose enough connectivity to shut my internet down or just cause it to kick out long enough for the modem to send the signal for it to be reset. So it's been a heck of a time. Fotia, what's going on?
How you doing?
Long time no see.
Hi, Tortilla.
But yeah, they got the internet issue fixed, thank goodness. And from what they said, they still got more stuff they're fixing on the main trunk lines and stuff like that. So from time to time, I might have a little bit of a connection issue or something, but nothing too bad, I hope.
Did you call billing and tell them to adjust your bill?
They supposed to be adjusting it. We'll find out when I get my statement for this coming up month. If not, I'll make another little polite call.
Well, Jay, we missed your personality, so I'm glad to have you back.
Yeah, there was issues I couldn't control on all that last week, so I'm back at it again this week, though. Yeah, they better be glad they had that automated stuff when I was calling last week. I'd hate to have to apologize to the person for the way I was going to be talking to them if I did get a hold of somebody. Because they could not get this thing straightened out, and the more it couldn't get straightened out, the hotter I was getting. You probably could have poured water on my head, and it would have went to instant steam. That's how hot I was. But
Hotter than a car stereo with 12th and Grand in Kansas City, Missouri.
let's see. I don't know a polite way of saying how pissed off I was.
Severely irritated.
That is a severe understatement.
Severely angered. Infuriated. Livid.
I was so mad I wouldn't wish death or anything like that on nobody, but
Red-faced with hysterics.
I was severely wishing for explosive diarrhea and them having a sneezing and coughing fit in a public place with a lot of people around. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, where's my sandwich?
Behind you.
In my belly.
Dadgummit, I done missed out again.
It's behind you in the kitchen.
My kitchen ain't behind me. My kitchen's yonder way.
Your kitchen is yonder. There you go.
Yep.
To the right, to the right.
Toolbox of little rages in the I was hot last week when my stream crashed and I couldn't get back online. Oh man.
You would have wanted to have been about 10 feet in radius of Jay. You could have started the fire. He was hot.
Yeah, it was. kept doing everything I could to figure out what it was, what was causing it all. And when I finally got a hold of somebody, I had to literally count to 10, and they were like, "Sir," I said, "Give me 1 second." Counted to 10 again, and then explained to them what was going on. And that's when they started checking everything out. So first, they said it was the modem. Well, I got the new modem the next morning, hooked that up. Everything seemed to work fine for about 30 minutes, and went to doing the same thing again. I was like, "Oh,
Night, Harold.
have a good one, Harold." And they checked it out, and then they said they had issues. That's when they said they were going to have to get a technician out here to work on it. The day was the first day they had a technician that could actually come. I found out why it takes so long to get a technician here. My area, this area is supposed to have between 8 and 12 technicians. They got 4 technicians to do this area, and they keep trying to pull them off of this area where I live at to go to another town to help people work on stuff in that town. So they're having to work Savannah and then come back over here to work different calls over here. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. I need to hire more people.
There might not be enough technicians to hire. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Savannah's got so many technicians and all over there, but they're trying to rework a whole town at one time instead of doing in sections. And they're trying to bring people from other sections in to do it now, and it's ridiculous. I'm like, they're putting off other areas to get this one place done instead of letting the people that's there, work in sections around the town to redo what they need to do and leave the other people in their areas to deal with their calls.
I don't know how it all works for them, but it might not be possible for them to just work on one area at a time or several areas at a time. They might have to do the whole thing.
But it's crazy. They're causing the technicians to not work in their own area to go help Savannah out, and then they're getting in trouble for not getting their stuff done. Toolbox, I can't say too much about Comcast because up until this one issue, I hadn't really had a problem with them. I've tried several other internet companies in my area and had Comcast has been the best for internet in our area because I'm straight cable modem.
Their customer service is poo-poo.
Customer service has a little bit to be desired, but their internet is actually decent.
I'm glad you had a better
got her own issues with customer service as well.
Yeah. But I've tried several other kind of internet services. Worked good for about a day, and then nothing but problems.
Connecticut never has it. We don't really have a choice. I mean, the only service that you can get down this street is Comcast that I know of.
Unless you go to a cell phone style internet. It's got that little hot box thing. It's like a cell phone that picks up the signal and all.
Yeah,
I actually tried one of them too, and it's. I told him, I said, I'm a gamer because at the time I was online gaming hardcore. After about 3 days, it says you've hit your internet limit. I'm like, we got unlimited internet. How can I hit an internet limit? Yeah, they strangled that internet back so bad I couldn't hardly connect to nothing.
I was going to say the only company out there that's still doing the true unlimited broadband on the cell phone side is Sprint, and they've even started throttling it back after I think 10 gigabytes of high-speed data. They start throttling it back to what would be like DSL speed.
Yeah. Well, Comcast has got an unlimited cell phone stuff now, and they don't cut you back till you hit a 22 gig limit, and then they cut you back like the DSL instead of the high speed.
I only get 6 on my phone.
I think on AT&T we get, I think it's around in between 16 and 20 before they start throttling us back.
I have a Go phone. It only gives me 6.
And my straight talk phone limits you after 10 gigabyte.
Yeah.
Well, I should say it's an AT&T prepaid. Woo-hoo! They don't call it Go phone anymore.
No.
But mine was my they just recently started doing that. Just calling it AT&T prepaid instead of Go phone, and mine was bought last year.
Yep.
Pardon.
Hey, we got Ed dead again.
I already need a new phone. My screen's all cracked.
Yep.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna actually pop out of here for good instead of just popping in and out. I got a couple things to get taken care of before bed, so
All right, Puller.
we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, have a good one.
Yep.
Take care, Paul Bear.
But
Hey, you still in here?
yep.
Ed, I thought you were going to bed.
He's sitting in that one position like he's Santa Claus.
Say something to us, Ed. Say something. Ed.
Oh, lordy. Oh,
There he goes. There he goes.
Way to go, Captain. You just scared it away. Good Lord.
can't carry you nowhere, Captain. You're scaring our loyal friends and family away.
Damn it, I'm scaring the straights.
You're supposed to scare the trolls away.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we had any troll thumbings yet? What you say, horse?
No. Hey, horse. How you doing, brother?
I hadn't even checked to see if we had any of the usual thumbs down like I usually have. Whoa, not a thumbs down? Damn, I feel privileged. That's a first.
Careful how loud you say that. The SJWs will come right out of the freaking woodwork and freaking slap you around a little bit.
Yeah. What'd you say, Ben Stoned?
Hey, Ben. How you doing, brother?
Where you been hiding that horse? I went live at 7 o'clock and you just showing up at 8:30. Man, oh man. Unless you were eating supper, then I'll take that as... Oh, there's Twisted R. There's our brother.
Hey, Twisted, how you doing?
There's an invite for you in the family box, Twisted, if you want to get on the panel. That's all up to you, though.
I'm sorry, you probably hear things banging around. I'll mute.
Nah, that's all right. Hey, Ben.
Out walking. Hope you're not cutting beans or tasseling corn, horse.
I was trying to empty my tray.
Ah.
And I spilled it all over the place. It's my ashtray for my incense burner.
Ah, gotcha.
It's all over the place now.
If I tried to walk 5 miles a day, horse, I'd had a heat stroke after about the first half mile. That's how hot it's been down here.
It was like 80 today here.
It hit the high 90s. Look at that handsome devil.
I think.
What you say, Twisted?
Oh, just
Hi, Stacy. How you doing?
sitting there watching TV.
What you watching?
Gold Rush.
Uh-huh.
Watching a rerun.
Ah, gotcha. I actually been doing some binge watching on Netflix today.
Yeah, it was 80. The high was 80 today.
It was mid-90s here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting shit ready to pull out in the morning.
Heading to Tennessee this time, or?
No, going to Detroit.
Detroit. Uh-oh.
Detroit.
Tennessee.
12 wide or 17 wide?
Legal load.
Oh, legal load. Oh, no oversized permits, huh?
No.
When you gonna have another one of them big loads?
Probably end of the week.
Cool.
I said they wasn't going to have none ready till Wednesday, so Tabitha found me a load going to Detroit, paying pretty good, so I'm going to run up there and
Which way you headed to
haul that
Detroit?
back. Huh?
Which way you heading up there?
Which way you going up?
I hadn't even looked. Probably going to go up 35 and then cut over.
Horse
Nice.
said that Detroit's only 2 hours away from him.
Depending on where I wind up going out of Detroit. I may run by and see his little ass.
Hey, don't be mugging him. We don't need none of that.
$77 Cheyenne for $800. Horse, you better make sure it's not rotted completely out.
Yeah, I seen that ad, and I like it. Was that the orange one, Horse, or the red one, whatever was sitting there? You shared a picture of it earlier, or the ad for it. I looked.
Toolbox, those can be a money pit if they're in real bad shape, but if you got a little mechanical skill to it, you can probably do a lot of the work yourself and save yourself some money working on them.
I hope Stacy's on the phone.
I was talking to Tabitha.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure because I
Tell her I
seen
said, hey, Miss Twisted.
I seen your mouth going, and I'm like, he's muted. He must be on the phone, or he doesn't know he's muted. Sorry, I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything.
No, I was talking to Tabitha.
Hello, Mrs. Twisted.
The camera's facing me right now.
Yeah, Toolbox. A lot of them up there could be rust buckets, but if the people actually took care of it, washed out from under it every time they drove it on the road and all, it might not be that bad.
Does that mean you're going to possibly be able to stop and pick up part of that Project Smallengination, Stacy?
Yeah, probably. I'll let you know. I'll let you know tomorrow.
That'll be awesome.
You gonna wear that shirt? It's cute.
What was that?
Stacy, is she picking out your pink tutu for you to wear in your onesie?
No, she's showing me her river gear. No,
I thought she was picking out your onesie and your pink tutu. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for you and Doug to be wearing your pink tutus on the mini bikes right through the middle of town. You remember when we was talking about that, Craig?
Yeah. Them two clowns together, you never know what might happen.
Horse, the one thing you got to watch out with them trucks, if you see a little bit of rust, is you need to get underneath it and look real close and make sure it ain't rusting from the inside out and the paint is covering up a lot of what you don't see.
My favorite thing is to take a refrigerator magnet and just kind of spot check the body with a refrigerator magnet, because a refrigerator magnet won't stick on it. Then you know it's got a lot of glass or Bondo in it.
Yeah.
Horse, I could have swore that ad said I lost it. Oh, Missouri. I could have swore it said Missouri. Yeah, that. Yeah.
For the right amount of money, it can be shipped to you.
That's right. It's good to have connections with a man that drives flatbed.
Yeah, I'm a haul a crane boom up to Detroit.
Okay. Hang
I'm
on.
wearing shorts right now.
Hang on.
So what do y'all think?
Oh yeah, horse. I like old school trucking for sure.
This kid.
Is this it? Is that that's the
I'm not.
I'm having issues.
You okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
You all right, Crystal?
Oh yeah.
No.
that's
MOON. That spells hard drive.
The wrong
Pardon me for a
attitude
moment.
to have.
That is true, Toolbox. They do have plenty of room under the hood to work on them. But something else about that 77, there's plenty of companies that make aftermarket panels to fix wherever it's rusted at that ain't going to cost you a fortune. The truck that I got, there ain't that many places that makes aftermarket panels for it. I don't think, but there's one, maybe two companies that make aftermarket panels for a 54 F100.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can tighten them. I wear them with shorts. Give me a pair of black shorts. Huh?
There's Mid 50 Ford that makes parts, and there's one other one, but I can't remember the name of the company that makes it.
Does LNC make some parts for it, I think, Jay?
Not for the 53 to 55. They do not. I don't think. Not unless they started here recently. If it's got a 350 in it that's missing the heads and the intake null horse, I wouldn't pay $800 for it. I'd give them maybe. I'd throw a bid of $500 at them. Because you're going to spend some money to have that motor built and put back together.
I agree with
running.
I agree with Jay.
If it had a running motor in it, $800 might be worth it.
Yeah.
But if it's got just the block missing the heads and intake null, you're going to spend some money for a set of heads and an intake and then having it built and put together.
It's got more problems than just a bunch of missing parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody I don't somebody was using that for a parts truck, so you got to look all around it and see what else they removed from it.
Exactly.
That thing wasn't just, I don't think they were just pulling engine parts off of that thing. It might look complete. You got to be careful. $800, okay, yeah. The sound, body panels, and stuff like that. You want to part it out, then you might get $800. Sure, you get that much for like the good body and cab. Fine, but I'm saying like
$300 to $500, that'd be about right. Because it's going to need work on the body panels and stuff like that. But LS swap probably be your cheapest route because you can find a good truck or car with the new LS motors that's been rolled or whatever that the bodies is gone on.
One of them follow me motors.
Huh?
One of them follow me motors.
What do you mean follow me motors?
Everybody's doing it. Everybody's following everybody.
Yeah.
Doing LS swaps.
But for a Chevrolet truck, an LS swap would be just as easy to do than finding and building a 350 to go in it.
Man, go old school.
I want to go old school. I want to take that inline 6 out of my 54 and put me a flathead 8 in it. But I want to take that 3-speed on the column out and put me a 5-speed, a T5 transmission behind it. Take that flathead 8, put a Isky 88 cam in it with 3 Strombergs on top, and that 5-speed behind it. That'd be a sweet ride.
So,
Put the Offenhauser heads and intake and all on it. Yeah.
I got a 3D set up in my shop for a 350 Chevrolet.
6-pack. Did it come off a 350 or did it come off the 307? Or not 307,
Come off Chevrolet 302.
ooh.
Well, you know, like Kenny Rogers says, with a 6-pack, love will turn you around. I don't know.
You know, that shovel in the bed of the truck there, you got to pay extra for that.
Didn't the 6-pack used to come on them 327s?
On the Corvette motors, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Horse would changing over with the EFI and all. You just find a vehicle that's got the motor and all in it. Take the wiring harness and everything out of it and put into that old 77. Tail light, the whole 9 yards.
I know a guy that'll build that wiring harness for the LS engine for about $350.
Yeah. Yeah, like Hot Rod said, you can convert that LS motor over to run off a carburetor. They sell an aftermarket intake for them. Easy.
All you got to do is slot the 2 middle holes on it.
Personally, I would rather have the fuel injection over the carburetor, but that's just my opinion.
Yep, you ain't got to worry about choking it and all that, and the fuel adjusts itself according to the need.
And it also allow you to put that 4L60E behind it and have a reliable transmission.
Yep. I'd put the 4L80 in it instead of that 4L60.
Yes, sir.
That 4L60, if you don't watch them, they'll sling apart. I've done had 2 of them come apart on me. You get that 4L80, they hold up a lot better.
Okay.
Depending on how hard you have your foot in the throttle too. But you know, if you're going to be that heavy on the throttle, you might as well put a 5 or 6 speed behind it.
Actually, one I messed up for racing, and the other one I messed up for pulling a daggum car trailer. It blew the guts out of it, pulling a car trailer loaded down with some scrap metal. We pulled that trailer up on the scales, and I didn't have but, I think, 2,800 pounds on it, which ain't a whole lot of weight.
Okay.
Transmission didn't like it, though.
Okay. We'll just,
If you want a 4-speed Muncie rock crusher,
okay.
good luck finding one in decent shape.
You'd have an easier time finding a T6.
Yeah.
Putting an adapter on it.
Right, right.
That's what I'd do. I'd get one of them 6 speeds out of a Camaro or something and just adapt it and hold up the old
I can connect to my phone.
Right.
Well, you having issues too, Stacy, with Hangouts?
No, I can't get my damn computer to sync up to my phone.
Uh-oh.
Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make
Hot
sure you
rod.
get,
I had a guy build the 4L60 that was in my truck originally. It come apart, and it held up for a good little while until I started pulling that trailer loaded down with steel scrapping and all.
And it can't connect to the AT&T.
It didn't
The weather. It's been out all
it
day.
didn't like that having to pull that car trailer and all.
See, it says cannot connect to this network.
Stacy, make sure you didn't hit that Wi-Fi switch on the side of that laptop.
Yeah.
What Wi-Fi switch?
Cool horse. If you can find one and you can get it pretty cheap or at a decent price and in decent
What
shape,
Wi-Fi switch?
go for it. That thing
There's
might not
no
have
Wi-Fi or airplane mode switch on those laptops, Stacy.
Restart the
might have to go into the settings menu and do that for the airplane mode. No, I don't think there's an actual switch for it anymore.
My Dell's got a covert switch on the side of it right above the CD-ROM drive. You barely see it.
Huh.
Did you tell them about? They knew you did the video, didn't they?
No, I didn't.
No.
All right. Well, I don't like to see it.
Hey, I know Stacey told y'all that we went and did that video for Granger Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just did. I'm not supposed to tell nobody who it was
Just a
for.
run.
His 3-year-old son died in a tragic accident today.
Oh shit.
I saw
Damn.
a headline. I didn't get to read it.
Yeah, it's all over. It's all over CNN, but they haven't released what happened. They just said about 1 o'clock he wasn't able to be resuscitate him. Yeah.
Damn.
The headline. I didn't get to read the article.
And he was how old?
Just turned 3 years old.
Jeez.
And we just spent the whole day with this man 2 weeks ago. Yet tomorrow will be 2 weeks ago.
Damn.
All they talked about was that.
And that's all he talked about was his baby boy.
Yeah, he's.
It was pretty sad.
Even the door and the door frames and everything.
That is.
And the
That's
rug.
a pain I wouldn't wish on nobody.
No.
I don't have no kids, but
Well, some I got plenty.
Well, we have a 3-year-old grandson, so it just.
I got a niece that I love with all my heart and all, and I wouldn't want to see nothing happen to her either. But I could just imagine something happened to your own kid. I guarantee he's devastated right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Lord have mercy. We'll be praying for his family.
We'll try to restart it.
Mm. Yep. I think everybody needs to keep him in their prayers and all. Help him get through that.
You can ask Stacy. I cried like a baby all afternoon.
Hey, Power Band.
Power Band, how you doing?
I still think we need to schedule have a get together event sometime spring of next year.
It'll work on this iPad.
I don't know what he was talking about.
What y'all think?
I mean, I had it in the truck and then I gave it back.
I think we need to get Tater to get a passenger van, stop and pick you guys up on the way.
It's got to be put up here somewhere.
I got ideas. I just got to. I'd have to help my cousin do a little work to it. I might be able to talk my cousin into letting me borrow his bus. I just don't know how much it costs in fuel.
That'd be an idea. We can get a camp spot somewhere centrally located.
Yeah.
Hey, Craig, see that?
I see that. I see your precious little
Toot. Toot's getting big to be a little toot.
You feel pretty small.
Bigger than the last time I seen Toot. Last time I seen Toot was probably like half that size, it seemed like.
No, she's just all there.
The bus he's got is it's actually a converted old passenger bus. It's converted over, and he's redoing the inside and all to basically an RV type deal. I'm trying to remember what kind of bus. I can't remember if it's an Eagle. I don't think it's a Bluebird.
like a schoolie.
No, it's not a school bus. It's like an old passenger bus.
Oh, something west or west something?
But I don't remember exactly what kind of bus it is. But it's got a.
What password in?
I think it's got a.
Hit the date or something.
I think it's a Detroit diesel that's in it with an automatic.
My goodness.
It's got 24.5, 8 the big rims all the way around it and all. It's got the generator on it for whenever you park it. But he's gonna redo the inside and redo it with wood paneling, redo the beds. I mean, it's pretty much gutted right now. He's fixing to redo the whole thing though. He's wanting me to do a little work on it with him, so I might see if he'll let me borrow it if I help him redo it. That'd be a good thing to pull a little trailer behind it with the go-karts and the stuff like that behind it. Take the bus.
A bunch of lazy boys on the inside. That'd be the way to go.
Oh yeah, he's the way he's talking about doing it. He was explaining it to me. It's gonna be pretty daggone plush on the inside.
Hey, I'm not lazy. I'm just unmotivated.
Damn it, Captain. You nut.
Captain, your motivation's in the mail.
The what?
Your motivation's in the mail.
Did I ship some mail today? Oh yeah, I did.
Yes, Crystal. I actually went live with a mail call, which I barely remember because I hadn't slept all night, and I'm just like.
Actually, Cap, I missed your mail call. I'll have to go back and watch that.
It's fine. It's fine.
I was on
You were in for like the tail end of it, weren't you?
Was I?
I don't remember.
Yep.
I thought you were in for like a little tiny bit of it.
Yeah, I think I was for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll go back and catch all of it.
It's okay. You ain't even gotta. It's over.
And your point is?
I'll show you what I got.
It still bothers me that daggum envelope with that sticker in it I sent you disappeared, so I had to put another sticker in the box I sent you.
Well, if the box didn't get here, then I would have definitely known there was something up. Like,
yeah.
Who the hell has a bias against a package coming from Jay?
Well, I have no idea where it's at. Do I need to go look for it?
Or who's intercepting my stuff for whatever reason?
Yeah.
But no, I've lost a bunch.
About like Lucky
I
said.
lost to the mail or whatever, fine, but not considering the volume of stuff that I've had go through the mail to me and from me.
Yeah.
I'd say that I've had pretty good success. So.
What'd you say, Nacho?
Do what?
Not so
Hey,
bad. How you
Hey,
doing?
Nacho, what was? Didn't you win that motor from Redbeard's meetup? Did I see that right on Instagram, or am I mistaken? Yeah, was it the 18 horse or was it the souped up 12 horse?
He's looking for something special. Put it.
Cannot connect to this network.
Did you get your Wi-Fi fixed, Stacy?
No, I'm still trying to. It won't connect to my damn phone. I even plugged the wire into the phone and it won't let me use my phone's Wi-Fi.
I'm still trying to figure out why my YouTube is sideways on my phone.
Ooh, yeah, it's the 18 horse Duramax. I thought it was a Tillotson, but it's the Duramax with the electric start. You lucky devil.
I should say I'm still trying to figure out why it won't turn sideways. It used to.
No, it was had all the different USB ports on it.
I have no idea what happened to that. I don't have a clue.
Hey Nacho, I got something you can put that motor on. It's yellow with suspension on front and rear.
Uh-huh.
Could you imagine that 18 horse on a mini bike? Oh,
You'd have to stretch it a little.
just a little bit. Put some bigger balloon tires on the mini bike, or maybe make it a mini trike.
Well, you could rake it out a bit and, like extend the rear forks as well and put a big old fatty tire on the back and a skinny in the front and have yourself a proper chopper.
I got one of them already.
I saw Wildeyed Northern Boy's video today. He got a pretty nice bike for a pretty decent buy over there in Elkhart, Indiana.
And what size motor does yours have on it, Jay?
212.
Yeah, okay. We're talking about the 18 horsepower here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want one raked out like I got with that 18 horse on it. That 212 is a little sketchy as it is with that thing.
Oh no, you have it a bit low slung. The 18 horse, you gotta sled that. So get yourself a big old fatty tire, maybe a car tire.
Actually convert it over to a trike, and it'd probably do good with that 18 on there.
Well, Dizzy's got a 490 that's going on his trike. Is that similar?
Similar.
Okay.
That 18 horse is a, what is it, 600 something?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't remember right off the top of my head. I know my 14 is a 479 cc.
Okay, so yeah, Dizzy's putting something similar on his, but his is I don't think his is a twin.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a Predator one.
His is a 440 at 18 horse?
The 490.
Yeah.
490.
Duramax, yeah, they build theirs a little beefier.
I don't know if it's a Predator or if it's a Duramax or whatever. I don't know. 490 though.
490, that's probably a Honda.
Okay then. I'm gonna look it up now.
What's say, Brandon?
Hi Brandon, how you doing?
About ready to throw the damn laptop out the window.
No, don't throw it out the window. You got your phone set up as a Wi-Fi hotspot, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's picking my phone up.
It just won't connect for some reason. That is weird. Is your phone got full signal, or is it the signal kind of weak on it?
You see that?
Hang on. Present it. Let's see. Shows pretty well full signal, but it can't connect. Did you accidentally password protect it?
I mean, it connects to my iPad all the time.
That is weird.
Now what? I close it. See, it shows it right there.
Yeah. You click on it and it instantly goes to cannot connect, huh?
It'll do that stupid shit right there for a minute. And it goes to can't connect to this network.
That is weird.
Can't connect to this network.
You need to turn off your phone and restart your phone. Try to connect to my phone.
We'll turn your phone on. Hey, Craig, this is the thing I was telling you about. Hooked to my iPad. Got the SD card slot and everything in it.
Cool. Where'd you get that at?
Tabitha just handed it to me.
And it just plugs in USB on the side of your iPad or whatever?
Yep.
Have a good one there, Toolbox.
What I use on my MacBook to run the screen and everything.
Ooh.
All right, I'm trying to hook to the
Mm.
AT&T. It says it's hooked up to AT&T.
My personal hotspot's on there. Your phone's out of data. That's why it won't hook. I got a message saying yours is out.
My iPad's out of data.
Well, I think your phone is too. You said it slowed down or something.
What we looking at?
It'll hook up to that one with hardly any service.
Shut it down, take the battery out, put the battery back in, and start it up again.
You got your phone on? How come it ain't showing up here?
Well, I just turned it on. You gotta search your network.
Hang on, man. We'll do what Craig did. I don't know.
Ooh. Man.
That's contagious, Jay.
I know it.
Can't take the battery out
Didn't
of
get
it,
but
Craig.
a couple hours sleep this morning. But at least I got internet. I'm happy.
Yeah, about time. We've been missing you. I told Stacy is kind of like missing part of our team, and he said, "Yeah, we've been running around with 3 wheels all week."
Y'all just went back old school 3-wheeler style before they come out with 4-wheelers.
No, ma'am.
My buddy that lives behind me, he's got in his workshop 2 different 3-wheeler frames, but one of them is a complete roller frame. It just needs a motor and transmission. Is a early 80s model 250R racing 3-wheeler frame, original white. The Honda 250R. The frame's still white. Got the oversized rear axle, heavy duty rear axle.
Oh,
The original rims
Yeah,
and
I've-
everything's still on it. I'm like, dude, if you ever decide to get rid of it, let me know. I'd love to build that.
well, I'm trying to upload a video.
My uncle has got 3 or either 4 Honda Big Red 200s and a Honda 125M and a Honda 70 3-wheeler. And I've been trying for the past 2 years to get every one of them off of him. And he will not give me a price for them. He's like, yeah, I want to sell them. Okay, what you want for them? I don't know what they're worth. I'm like,
That is hooked up to your phone now.
just give me a price of what you want for each one or whatever, and I will buy them one at a time, and you can hang on to them till I get all of them paid for, and I'll come get them all at one lump sum. He won't give me a price. Ugh, drives me nuts.
Hey, hand me a couple of them brownies out of that bag. Hand me a couple of them brownies out of that bag.
Hey, is that some of them good brownies, or is that just regular brownies?
Little Debbie's, man.
Oh, that's regular brownies.
Ain't got no magic brownie.
Dadgum. Yeah, if I had something like that, I wouldn't get rid of it either.
I hope I didn't lose my damn video.
Maybe not.
Uh-oh, I see YouTube up.
Did you have it saved
Video.
before you uploaded it?
I exported it from Hitman, but I got to go into Hitman and see if it's still there.
Ah.
That's different from when?
Well,
Oh no, the screen went black.
I think we've been invaded by the covers.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, horse, them Chinese quads are pretty easy to find. Craigslist around and where I'm at, I've found probably 6 or 8 of them Chinese quads. Some of them are decent price. Some of them, they want a little more money what they're worth.
I don't know why everybody keeps saying it's my list. I don't own any list.
Well, they got stores called Tractor Supply, and every time I try to walk out with stuff, they say I have to pay for it. I'm like, hey, I'm Tractor. This is my supply house. Yes, but you got to pay for I'm Tractor. My supplies, I'm supposed to be able to just come in and get what I want and go. No, they don't look at it that way. They want to try to arrest you when you try to walk out without paying for stuff. It's a hassle.
You don't say.
Pretty much.
Oh. It's a Honda GX. You're right.
What?
I went and looked.
Yep.
It was bugging me. I had to look.
I like that one.
Well, I got rid of that 4-wheeler frame I had when I went down to Tater's the first time. Gave it to Johnny to build. And he loaded it up on his trailer to carry home and forgot to take it off. And the next day, his dad hauled scrap off along with the 4-wheeler frame.
Ah! no.
Yep. I was like, ouch. But it is what it is.
Yeah, scrap metal guys, they see something like that sitting around, they're just like,
No, his dad was picking stuff up out the yard and loaded up, and Johnny forgot to take the 4-wheeler frame off the trailer the
it was
night
already
before,
dead. Okay.
and he just added stuff to it and hauled it off at one time. I was like, ouch. Okay. It is what it is.
Yep.
But I'll find me another 4-wheeler frame. Or actually, I'm going to build me a 4-wheeler frame. I got pictures saved. I found it off of Instagram.
What? Are you sure?
It's
Bill, B-U-I, B-I.
it looks like they took the basic design of a racing go-kart, and then on the front they had the part come up, curve over, and then notch down for where the seat's supposed to be, and turn a racing go-kart into a little racing 4-wheeler, and then get two braces off the very back down to the frame to help support the weight. Pretty wild setup, or pretty wild looking thing, but it looks like a racing go-kart with an extra hoop thing on the top for where you sit at, and turn it into a 4-wheeler. I was like, that gives me all kinds of ideas. A Kohler K series on a Chinese quad. Horse, I want to see you do it. I want to see the build.
I seen a guy pick up it was like a little Yamaha, like a YZ80 or something. It had a like a Briggs and Stratton stuck in it. Somebody stuck a Briggs and Stratton on a YZ. I'm like,
Hey,
what? Why?
well, there's a video on YouTube. I was flipping through there the other day, and it's a blue and white bike. Don't know what size frame it was, and they put a Predator 212 on it. I don't remember which YouTube page it was on, though. I could probably go back and find it. But, all right, hang on a sec.
Might be in your history.
Yeah. I'll be back in a minute, y'all. I have got to use the restroom. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Be right back.
We're back, Jay.
Okay.
And Captain, did you get my text back?
Yep.
That area of Kansas is about like going to the downtown St. Louis.
I don't know what downtown St. Louis is like.
You don't remember the riots and whatnot?
Oh. I know there's a lot of uncivilized places in America. And it gets stupid. Like, the more people are in a place, the more stupid ideas arise, and the more likely it is that one of those stupid ideas is going to get a lot of ignorant people to do something very, very irrational.
I would say you're better off if you're going to come to this state to stay east of Fort Riley
Mm.
and probably north of Emporia.
So the northeast corner of Kansas?
Yeah.
All right. No, I'm just looking at places out in Kansas, and I'm like, this looks nice. And it's a nice looking neighborhood. It's a nice looking place. It's a little pricey, a little more than I'd like to pay, but I mean, it was nice. That's what I was looking at. Oh, how is the place? It's nice. Okay, good.
All right, I'm back.
Hey there. You shake the dew off the lily?
Whew, man. Everything was starting to get a yellow haze. I'm like, oh, got to go.
Your eyeballs start floating?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna bail off here and watch a movie with that.
All right, Stacy, have a good one. Yeah, we ain't gonna be on here much longer.
Hey, buddy.
Take care, brother. Give the wife a hug for her.
Yeah, give her a hug for us.
Hey, Craig, the track time on the FX, if you want to, you can release it.
All right.
All right, later.
Have a good one.
Enjoy the movie.
I think we're gonna go on for maybe about 5 more minutes. That'll put it about 9:30. So we'll call it quits then. I'm getting tired and hungry. And a fat man's got to have some food.
Well, Justin, remember we were on earlier and I did some shopping.
Yeah.
I didn't stop there. I ordered a couple things for me.
Okay.
There was some discussion in a box earlier, and I was like, that might be kind of decent. So I went and bought another item, and then I was like, well, I can't have that item without another item. So got two more.
Get to the point, Craig.
My shopping for the month is done.
Yeah, mine's been done.
My shopping for this month was done 2 months ago.
Your shopping for this month was done 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And my shopping for the next about the next 30 months is done.
Well, my shopping for the next 30 months isn't done, but it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of it yet done or getting done.
Yeah.
So I keep saying I would love to find a way to grow my own food because, man, that would take off a little bit of the burden at least.
Yep.
I gotta water it. I'll pay that water bill, thank you. Oh, I need a new rake. Wow, $20 compared to $250 for the month.
Kind of weather we've had lately. I don't think you'd have to worry about water at any time soon.
I don't think I'd have to worry about water. I'd have to agree with you.
Do you have a window that gets a good bit of light every day?
No.
Damn. Wrong side of the building, huh?
It is quite gloomy in here. If you've seen one of my videos, you know there's not a lot of light. I just get real, like, whatever I'm doing, I'm real close to the camera. Like, I'm like 1.5 feet away from my camera. Can you see the saturation here? This is my desk lamp. And it's not very bright. It's just that I'm really, really close to it.
I was going to say, if you had a window that got a good bit of light every day, you get some flower pots, good sized flower pots, and you grow all your stuff right there by the window in your house.
No, I'm aware. I'm just saying there's no, like, we had cactus in here, and it's almost impossible to kill those things. They all died. Crystal was very upset. She's like, "Oh, my cactus has died." Well, there's no sunlight in here.
The only thing you could probably grow in there would be mushrooms. And those usually grow in pretty much dark areas.
That's funny, Jay. It's funny you say that because this whole building has a really bad mold problem.
That's a fungus among us, too.
Fungus is fold. Stop it. Fungus is mold is fungus is mold is fungus is mold is fungus. I know. It's very similar. Lichen is the same damn animal. It's both of them together. So whatever. Just saying. Well, anyway, I gotta say, yeah, them plants died, and they needed to be repotted anyway. And yeah, I went to repot them. They're looking a little peaked, and as soon as I went to touch one of them, it just gooed off. It didn't break off from being dry. It didn't like rip out of the dirt or like slough out of the dirt. No, it sloughed off of itself. It just like kind of like gooped in half. I'm like, oh, that's rotten. And then as soon as it gooped in half, I noticed this distinct odor coming off of it. I'm like, yeah, that's a rotting plant. Okay, you're going in the trash. Yeah, that's rotten. That's totally dead. Okay,
Dad gum.
let's throw them away. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it stunk real bad. I'm like, ugh. Okay, yeah, we're going.
Oh, Lordy.
It is what it is. It's a dead plant. Okay.
Yeah.
They're only like a couple bucks a piece, and we'll go out and get them some other day. We get a ride to the plant place. Some kind of greenhouse or something. We'll get you a couple more. We just haven't got there.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, y'all, I think we're fixing to call it. But before we call it, tomorrow night we got Twisted R Racing going live on his channel. Saturday night we got tomorrow night Horse. You going live tomorrow night, Horse? If he's still there, I don't know if he's still there.
There's a fungus among us, he says. That's a couple minutes ago.
Yeah. Hopefully Horse is going live tomorrow. I don't know if he is or not, but if he don't.
Well, he's saying there's a fungus among us. Maybe he's running to get the cream.
He says he's hoping to go live tomorrow night. Okay. Then after Horse is Twisted R Racing going live. Then Saturday we got BS Small Engines. You going live, Brandon, Saturday? You got it lined up or find out what he's got going on?
I'm really surprised that there ain't some kind of meter, like a meter that you stick in the ground in the middle of your garden, and then like have like some kind of system to put little testers all throughout your garden that are inoffensive and they don't hamper anything and they're not intrusive. So it measures the moisture content of the soil so that you could better, water and when to water and this and that,
Yeah.
They do have that.
Nobody has that yet.
They do have it.
Yeah.
For a home application.
No, they do. They're just extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Well, no, how hard is it to get a bunch of little inexpensive, like moisture testers or whatever that like maybe it doesn't like like a electronic or anything. Maybe it's some kind of mechanical one or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm stupid as hell. Who cares?
All right, we got Horse going live tomorrow night. Then Twisted R after Horse's live ends. Saturday we got Brandon going live, and then Sunday we got Twisted R again. Then Tuesday night is El Camino for Life. And then Wednesday night we got Go-Karts Are Going Fishing, and then Thursday night right back here with me. So
speaking of El Camino for Life or Life Forever, he just dropped another video. So everybody go check that out.
Yep. I'll definitely be doing that in a little bit. But we appreciate all of y'all coming in and hanging out with us and enjoying your time and showing love to Smallengination. And we're going to do it again tomorrow night and the rest of the week. And we're gonna do it Fat Man Fabulous. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody.